Part 5 of my video, I'm going to talk about 7 Cup silence on the issue of teen sexual abuse on its platform. It's been 426 days since I first started tweeting out about teen sexual abuse that I saw happen on 7 Cups. And in that 426 days, the admin and CEO have given no public response and have had no public action to address teen safety. Except for today. The only action it took was to have the official 7 Cups of Tea Twitter account block people who were speaking out about teen sexual abuse on its platform. Even if people want to think that I'm lying about the incidents that I'm talking about, there's one incident that 7 Cups can't sweep under the rug, and that's because there's an official newspaper article about it. I'm going to pull that up here on my phone, and then I'm going to scroll through the news article and read it. It's about a man who used 7 Cups and pretended to be a boy to lure a 14-year-old girl off the platform and sexually abuse her. So even if you don't believe me, this is an official newspaper article. I'm going to scroll to the title real quick. A Butler man accused of having an online sexual relationship with Texas girl. If you look at the date of the article, it's October 26, 2018. The official admin of 7 Cups at that time were Kate Mallow, the teen community director, Laura Small, the overall community director, Heather Nielsen, a security admin, Power, a security admin. Nobody knows his name. He just goes by his username Power. And then there was Jill. I don't recall her last name. I'm not quite sure if she ever stated it. And of course, there's always Glenn Moriarty, CEO and founder of 7 Cups. So if you want to follow along with me as I scroll through the article and read it, I'm going to pause at certain points and talk about some things. A 42-year-old Butler man allegedly used several social media accounts and platforms to carry on an online sexual relationship with a 14-year-old girl in Texas, according to state police. State police arrested Anthony Joseph Smith on Friday morning at his Virginia Avenue home in Butler, where they also executed a search warrant. According to a criminal complaint, when police interviewed Smith, he admitted to sending sexually explicit images of himself to the girl in El Paso while knowing her age. He also allegedly admitted to encouraging the girl to send nude images of herself to see him and to seek emancipation from her parents so that she would travel to Pennsylvania to be with him. According to the complaint, state police received a tip in early September that the El Paso Police Department had received a report of a man in Butler who had been chatting online with a 14-year-old girl in their city. The girl's mother told state police her daughter first met Smith using a social media application called 7 Cups. Smith allegedly had claimed he was a 15-year-old boy. The mother said Smith and her daughter began to communicate on other social media platforms, including Pinterest, Instagram, TextNow, and others. They also spoke on the phone, and there have been at least 80 calls between July 16 and August 26. The girl's mother said that the conversations often turned sexually explicit. I kind of scrolled too fast over that part, but basically he sent like dirty videos. He encouraged her to send dirty videos. Eventually he tells the 14-year-old girl that he isn't a 15-year-old boy. He fesses up about that part. But even knowing her age and everything, he still carried on the sexual relationship with her and continued to groom her into doing things that were very illegal and very wrong. So even if you hate what I'm doing, or you hate me, or you think I'm a liar, I'm not lying about this. It's a real news article and it really happened. I'm not speaking out for attention. I'm not speaking out for clout. I'm speaking out for victims like this 14-year-old girl, because 7 Cups of Tea admin and the CEO have swept issues like this under the rug, and they have covered it up that it actually occurs on their website. I was a highly active, involved teen leader on the 7 Cups of Tea website during this time period that this article was written and the incident happened. I'm willing to testify in a court of law that 7 Cups of Tea never informed the teen community of the presence of this predator and never informed the teen community of this instance ever happening. How can 7 Cups of Tea expect its minor population on this platform to protect himself when they don't even warn them that people are abusing the site and pretending to be people that they aren't? To me, it doesn't make any sense why 7 Cups of Tea wouldn't inform Like, why wouldn't they tell its volunteers that this happened? To me, the only reason you keep it hidden is if you're trying to cover it up so that investors in your company don't see that teens are unsafe on your website. Real safety would be informing the community, taking accountability, and talking about the next steps to prevent it from happening again in the future. I'll never remain quiet because I don't want any other victims who potentially have had this happening to them being blocked into silence. Let that sink in that the official 7 Cups of Tea Twitter account this morning blocked accounts of teens who are speaking out about the teen sexual abuse that they saw occur on its platform. What message does that say to future victims who haven't even come forward and told their story, or current teens who are being abused by people on the platform now? That acknowledging your story, instead of giving you a platform to talk about what's happened, the official 7 Cups of Tea Twitter account will block you. It's because they don't want to take accountability for it. Well, I'll never be shamed into silence. Please join me in helping hold 7 Cups accountable. Demand that they make a public statement about incidences of teen sexual abuse that has occurred on its platform. Demand that they make a public statement about incidences like this that have occurred from that article. Don't let them go by another 426 days without making any type of statement. Even if you don't agree with me, do it for the girl who was a victim of that man who pretended to be a 15-year-old boy on 7 Cups.